Nandito na naman tayo sa isa ko na namang podcast ko na naman. Today's episode, syempre, importance of being patient. So, as the title goes, be patient, you'll get there. So, again, masyadong closely related to dun sa second episode about living life in the slow lane. Pero I feel like there's a few topics here that I could maybe drop and say para lang makatulong din sa inyo. And feel ko naman medyo nahahalata na ninyo na parang lagi na lang yung ano ni ang tag dito ni Ninong Baldudes about life, you know, about having peaceful about having a peaceful life. Most probably yun yung pwede nyo sabihin. Well, siguro that's one of the signs na tumatanda na tayo, you know. You just want peace and quiet and not really care about some other aspects of it as long as merong katahimikan. And feel ko yun din yung parang rason kung bakit a lot of remote coffee shops are popping up nowadays. Kasi, you know, for one, hindi ka makakapunta doon conveniently without using your own car. And another one is mahal yung prices nila kahit na malayo sila. Kasi most of the time, the people going there are, you know, above middle class or middle class people na they can really splurge a lot or a bit on their coffee as long as yun nga may kapayapaan, you know. Ako rin naman ganun. I mean, recently I found a new coffee shop dyan sa Tamawan called Nonogidos. So not sponsored by the way, pero yeah, good place, good food, mediocre snacks, pero yeah, it's a good place to hang out with your friends, catch up with them and stuff kasi tahimik dun sa area and maraming puno, so it's very peaceful. Sakto lang yung kape nila though, pero again, a lot of people don't really care about, you know, kung gaano man kasarap yung kape. But anyways, nawawala na ako sa topic. Ayun. So, in this episode, sasabihin ko sa inyo bakit nga ba tayo masyadong nagra-rush in life. And again, we go back to the topic na parang, you know, social media again. Feel ko. And that's one of the biggest factors kung bakit din ako nagkaroon ng drive para yumaman agad or para maging financially stable agad before my 30s. Well, that's achievable actually. But before 25, be a millionaire or, you know, have the financial stability already, that's a bit rare in my opinion. Medyo mahirap i-achieve yon lalo if you're doing it the right way. If you got lucky, sabi na, nanalo ka sa loto, nanalo ka sa sugal, well, that's you. Congratulations. I mean, hindi na, I won't hate on people na sinwerte lang sa buhay kasi there is really a luck aspect to it. But then again, manage your expectations as always kasi nga social media is just giving you content na unrealistic lalo kapag yun yung mga fina-follow nyong tao, yun yung mga nila-like ninyong posts. Medyo it will creep into your head na rin, 'di ba? Na parang oo nga no, bakit nga ba ito yung content na you know, kino-consume ko. So, in a sense, pati ikaw mahahawa ka na rin and feel mo dapat may na-achieve ka na or dapat may Lamborghini ka na at 25, which is, again, it's rare. You know? Tapos nagbebenta rin lang sila ng courses. If anything, if yung investments nila is maayos na, they don't need to sell you courses. Kasi nga, may other investments naman na sila. If their investments that they say sa course nila works, well, I feel like medyo irrelevant naman na yung pagbenta ng course. But anyways, yun nga yung mga laging nangyayari ngayon sa atin. You know, na-addict tayo sa social media tapos it will most definitely affect how we view success and what we should have achieved. Diba? So, I think something that's worth talking about na rin since this is the topic is delayed gratification. In my experience, at least, ang delayed gratification lang para sa akin is itong PC ko. Since my PC is, 3 months old pa lang. Magti 3 months old pa lang sa akin. So, medyo bago pa siya. And this is brand new slash second hand. Well, I'll explain. So, essentially, etong PC na to kasi, pinabuild dun sa shop na pinagbilhan ko. So this shop is actually really good. I'll try to put their link in the description, yung Facebook nila. Kasi mura sila magbenta tas they build the PC for you. Sometimes if you have preferences, they will find the parts na makakamura ka. Or yun nga, kung may gusto kang parts, talagang hahanapin muna nila if meron sa mga sources nila. Tapos yun, i-build nila para sa yung PC. But anyways, matagal ko nang fina-follow yung seller sa marketplace, not knowing na meron pala silang PC shop dati before pandemic. After pandemic, naging parang work from home na lang sila essentially. So sa bahay nila dun nila i-build, ship out nila or ipapa-pick up nila dun sa owner or i-deliver nila. So what happened here is nung una, nag-chat ako sa seller kasi meron siyang PC na binebenta for 50,000. That time nag-work na ako as a private VA na. So, medyo mas malaki na yung sahod. So, feel ko kaya ko nang bumili ng PC. And I was torn between PC or MacBook. Kasi, syempre, MacBook, aesthetic yun eh. 'Di ba? Parang, we're reaching, middle class ground. We should have MacBook and shit. Again, guilty ako sa ganun. It's very normal, Like, accept your flaws. Wala namang mali dun, 'di ba? Like, accept na nagkamali kayo kasi tatawanan nyo na lang din in the future once na you realize na, oo nga, nagkamali ako dito. That's a shitty experience. But we move on, di ba? So anyways, back to the story. Chinat ko na siya dati dun sa 50,000 na nakita ko. I asked a friend, a ComSci friend, which is a really good friend of mine. I would say one of my best friends na rin naman kasi masyado kaming similar in our race, in our household, in our girlfriends, like masyadong similar din yung jowa namin, kami, yung lifestyle namin, kaya yun, naging close kami. But anyways, ayun, sinend ko sa kanya yung specs and all that, tapos yun, sabi niya, it's a good looking PC for one, tapos the performance, the GPU, like everything checks out. Tapos 50k kasi nun. So ang sinabi ko sa kanya, since I was trying to practice delayed gratification, it's something that I learned from watching a lot of interviews with the real millionaires and billionaires here in the Philippines and across the globe. So, sabi ko, at the end of the month, makuha ko yung sahod ko. So, that's my second paycheck supposedly para nga may pangbili ako. Kasi may naipon na ako pero kulang. If available pa rin yung PC by then, ako na po ang bibili, sabi ko sa kanya. So, talagang yun nga, ganun nangyari. Unfortunately, after 4 days, nabili na yung PC. Kasi sinabi ko naman, wag nyo na po muna ipa-reserve, sabi ko. Like, nakakahiya kasi. Since, to be honest with you, yung second paycheck ko, pag dumating sa bank account ko, eksaktong-eksakto lang na 50,000 yung magiging savings ko. Pero willing akong ibayad doon kasi alam kong may darating ulit akong sahod. Which is not a good practice. I'll tell you that now. Hindi yun maganda. Nawala pa yung pera sa inyo is ginastos nyo na. And sinasaid nyo yung savings ninyo. At least, siguro mga out of your savings, ang dapat ginagastos nyo lang actually 10%. 20% mataas na nga yun. Mag-ipon lang kayo. Masaya mag-ipon. Actually, something I realized nung nag-work ako, tapos tumaas yung sahod ko, mas na-enjoy kong mag-ipon. Ewan ko bakit. Pero mas maganda lang tinitignan yung bank account mo may laman. But anyways, ayun. So that's what happened during that time. Nabili yung PC. So, yan. Wala tayong delayed gratification again. Second one, meron na naman silang binild na PC or meron ulit yung ibang mga PC na nilike ko na sa marketplace. Tapos again, I was giving it a month or at least 2 weeks bago ko i-chat yung seller tas bilhin. Kasi nga parang sabi ko, kung para sa akin to, para sa akin talaga to. Like, sa akin talaga mapupunta. Well, if I would track how many months bago ko nabili tong PC na to, na meron na akong pera, siguro for 5 months na rin akong naghahanap ng PC bago ko nabili officially itong PC na to. Which is very different. So this PC costs 45 upon build. Pero yung nagpa-build sa kanya is nagkasakit yata yung family member, may na-hospital. So, nag-down na siya ng 5K. Tapos parang sabi niya na lang is hindi niya nakakayaning bilhin yung PC. So, parang yun. In-offer na nung seller or nung nag-build sa marketplace to be open for, for sale. So, ako yung nakakita, ako yung sumalo. So, parang brand new second hand nga talaga siya. Essentially, brand new kasi hindi naman ginamit. Hindi naman pinick up eh. Hindi naman siya natuloy na transaction. So, may iba na nag-down tapos yun, nibayaran ko. Tapos, yan, after 5 months, ewan ko, mas masaya. Ako mas na-enjoy ko. I really enjoy my PC kasi I've been stuck with an old laptop for 10 years na rin. Oh, hindi. Kailan ba yun? Grade 8, so that's 2015. Yeah. Since 2015, meron na sa akin yung laptop ko na yun. So, 10 years. Until now, yun pa rin yung ginagamit ko as a VA. And maganda pa rin kasi in-upgrade ko and talagang maingat ako sa mga gamit ko. But anyways, I feel like that's my experience with delayed gratification. Mas masarap siya pag mas mabagal mo nakuha. In a sense. Kasi andun yung, for one, there is that journey na maa-attach dun sa item na yon, so mas magkakaroon siya ng sentimental value. Well, not just items, pero let's say maybe investments, maybe relationships, ganyan. Uh, Siguro pati sa panliligaw ganun na rin, but I don't have any experience when it comes to like matagal na panliligaw kasi yung jowa ko parang seconds apart lang sinagot na niya ako kasi gago ako. But anyways, pwede natin pag-usapan yun with her in season 2 kasi feel ko season 2 I'll invite some guests over to talk about a few topics na rin. Tapos try natin if kayang may studio na by then, edi good shit, 'di ba? So anyways, yun nga. That's the importance of delayed gratification. Mas maganda or mas may enjoy mo yung mga bagay-bagay na mas matagal mong pinag-ipunan or mas matagal mong pinaghirapan bago mo makuha. Ewan ko, there's just something about it na in my opinion is much better than when you already have the money, you'll buy it already. So, ganun din sana ang maging parang approach natin in life. Just be patient. You'll get there. You'll get to your goal or dream or whatever you want. For example, if you're in college. Oh, sige, balik tayo sa college life. Ilang years ang college? 4 minimum, 'di ba? Maybe 3.5 if trisem kayo, pero still that's a lot of time of your life, 'di ba? Na ang dami mong pag-aaralan at that time, ang daming examinations, ang daming experiences. But at the end, when you graduate, 'di ba mas parang may sense of achievement na attached dun sa goal na yon na na-achieve ninyo over a long period of time or over a longer period of time at least. So that's another thing to consider when being patient, The delayed gratification. The thought of being a bit more fulfilled para sa akin na hindi mo ni rush or hindi na rush yung bagay na na-achieve mo or nakuha mo or nabili mo. Which brings me to my last segment and advice to y'all is that have the dream but set achievable goals along the way. So kung meron kayong pangarap, okay lang mangarap. Yun nga sabi nila, libre lang mangarap. Lalo kung if your dream is like really high up there, like being a millionaire, billionaire, owning your business, owning your whatever. That's a high expectation, which is okay. Again, if medyo hindi feasible, then you have to change your goals na lang. So for example, ang goal mo or ang dream mo is magkaroon ka ng bahay before 30. Okay? So I think that's achievable naman, yeah. It depends. Pero the important thing there is set goals along the way. Huwag kang masyadong fixated dun sa parang future mo. So parang you're thinking already 9 years ahead agad, ganyan. Like, I have to get here, I have to get here. Yes, you have to get there, but how will you get there? That's really where the question is, Like, dun dapat kayo nagfo-focus. So, for example, sige, sa akin, ngayon, or hindi, yung mga na-experience ko na when it comes to this one, maybe losing weight. So, at my heaviest, I was 92. Tapos, ang sinet kong goal, I have to reach 86. 86 lang nun nung una. So, without knowing it, ang ginawa ko lang goal, hindi ako masyadong fixated sa weight ko nun at that time, is maging consistent sa boxing. Kasi boxing ngayon naging sport ko. So, sabi ko, kailangan ko maging consistent sa boxing. Kailangan kong, basta madami akong sinet na mini goals to help me with my dream or with my main goal. So, parang sub-goals yan. Mini quests, sabihin na natin. So, yun. Ang nangyari sa akin after what, 4 months, I'm down 86. Ngayon, I'm down to 80 kilos na. So, malaking bagay din yun. Malaking like trim down from my 92 kilos. If you follow me on Instagram, my personal account, makikita nyo yun kasi like twice ko nang pinost ata yung difference between then and now. But anyways, yeah, mas naging fixated ako dun sa goals ko na parang just show up at the gym, just train, just go, kahit umuulan, use the car, like, just show up. Do those mini goals na sinet ninyo kasi in the future, matutulungan din naman kayo ng goals na sinet ninyo. So that's an experience on my end, and that's my advice to you people. Another example would be maybe gusto mong makaipon ng 50,000 in the bank. That's an achievement. To a lot of people, that's already malaki. Ganon, na parang naghirap talaga sila para gawin yon. So siguro ang sinet nyo is every paycheck, nagsisave kayo ng 2,500. So sabihin na nating after 10 months, meron na kayong 25. After 20 years, 20 months, meron na kayong 50,000. So, that's less than 2 years. But again, the main goal is to save 50,000. The mini goal is to deposit agad sa ibang bank account or ibang savings account yung 2,500 per month. Diba? Tapos, another mini goal there siguro is dapat yung expenses ko per month sa pagkain is less than 2,000. Ganon. Like, pagkain sa labas, ha? Hindi yung pagkain na necessity talaga na iluluto mo. Pwede rin na mini goal yun. And again, all those mini goals adds up until ma-reach mo yung kailangan mong ma-reach. So, maybe in life, if you're just starting out, if you're still in school, have that dream to be a graduate or to be a professional in the future or to get that job, high-paying job, or to have that business. Pero, focus on the things that matter the most na mas malapit yung deadline. So, for example, may quiz ka, dapat maayos yung result ng quiz mo, ganyan. Dapat hindi ka mag-absent, ganun. Dapat pumasok ka, ganyan. O kaya naman, if you're trying to build your wealth, siguro yung main goal is to be wealthy, pero yung mini goal mo is to have a side hustle. Tapos, syempre, sa side hustle na naman na yun, may mini goals ka ulit na dapat ganito yung sales ko, ganito yung magawa ko this week para makatulong sa sales ko. So it's about setting realistic goals para kahit papano din, if you achieve those realistic goals, may sense of gratification ka ulit sa sarili mo. Kasi I feel like it's okay to be harsh on yourself from time to time, pero sometimes you do have to appreciate yung mini achievements na rin na na-achieve mo. Kasi, a lot of people don't have the opportunity the same as you. So, yung mga na-achieve mo on your own, ikaw na lang mag-celebrate. Don't be sad that not a lot of people are appreciating your efforts. Ako rin naman, ganun din ako. I felt that way din. Na parang wala namang nag-appreciate sa akin. But still, you have to be happy with what you did, essentially. Lalo kapag may mga na-achieve kayong goals, which is why it's very important to set those mini goals. Then again, it all boils down to patience. Just be patient in life. You'll eventually get there. Just take one step at a time. Alam ko masyado nang sunog yung saying na yon, taking one step at a time. But it does really help, Yung pagiging patient mo lang na just take it slow. Again, living life in the slow lane. Or siguro when you're driving, pwede rin yun. Just be patient, Kasi ang daming pwedeng mangyari. Just don't be fixated in that bigger dream in a sense. Just be focused on what you're doing at the moment. And feel ko naman, the delayed gratification will always come and will always be more enjoyable in my opinion. Kasi nga, mas pinaghirapan mo siya. And the journey, the emotions, everything attached to it, it just makes it so much more valuable in my opinion. So, yun lang yung topic ko for now, 'di ba? Na parang just be patient. Just go with the flow. Malaking bagay yun. Going with the flow and just hindi naman not giving a fuck, pero just don't be too fixated on it. Pause from social media if you feel like you're really anxious, ganyan. and just live life as you want. Pero again, hindi din naman maganda yung ma-stuck ka na lang sa isang lugar. So make changes along the way. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. I hope you learned something, this has been a good episode for me to record kasi ako rin nakapag-reflect din ako a little bit more about life in a sense. So, thank you guys for listening and I hope to see you in the next episode.